Moving on to our next topic of the day. This is from Japan. Support groups fear domestic violence spikes amid calls for people to stay in their home. Support groups and individuals in Japan have raised the alarm that measures to fight the spread of the novel bug in Japan may fuel domestic violence as victims remain stuck at home with no avenues of escape. The All Japan's Women's Shelter Network, a nonprofit organization that provides care and assistance to domestic violence survivors, has submitted a letter urgently requesting Prime Minister Abe and his government to give better support to victims amid an increase in teleworking and calls on people to refrain from going out. One person was quoted by saying, "My husband started working from home and my children were out of school. So my husband became stressed and began to physically assault us." Another caller of the group established a members-only social media website for consultations since they were afraid to take the train to attend in-person consultation due to the virus. In response to this letter, the chief secretary said at a press conference Tuesday that the government was considering ways to strengthen the support system already in place. "We hope to expand and improve on the consultation services," he said. Stay tuned. I want to give you my thoughts on this. My thoughts on the domestic violence push. As I have seen articles about like the Malaysian government telling girls to wear makeup. I've saw articles in Taiwan and China about the same thing. So after reading this article, I finally want to respond to my thoughts and get your opinion. Domestic violence and media push. These articles have been popping up in many countries all over the world. In doing so, they are pretty much trying to downgrade every husband and tear apart families. Women provoke almost half of child and domestic abuse onto their families. And while you may hear about women's safety programs, you never hear about a woman anger management or DV classes. Is it possible women married for economic income and a roof over her head and had no desire to be a wife or find purpose in caring and loving for herself? Individualism tosses families aside and promotes victimhood. So here is my DV question. I am not saying DV doesn't exist. I worked as a DV counselor, but in my time doing that, many women used it as a fake excuse to regain freedom and leave their families behind or breaking it. Why do you think these global papers push these types of articles instead of positive things families can do together now that they have a rare chance to spend a long period of time together? Can you relate to what their article says? Does DV affect your personal life or those around you? Please leave your comments below. I would really be interested in hearing them. Hi, the small clip you saw was brought to you by Loyal World News. If you like what you saw, you should subscribe and look up my daily Loyal World News report for its full version. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, prefer to be on the road, I also have a podcast in every full-length video I put up.